Okay. My name is Thomas Gage and reside in Warren, New Jersey. I'm a member of three-generation family of United States veterans and also a victim of government corruption, judiciary corruption, law enforcement corruption, legal corruption, and federal foreclosure sale and deed of my property by Wells Fargo Bank. Since 2004, I have been trying to bring some critical and legitimate official proof of evidence before a jury to plainly and make fairly my case against the corrupt officer of Warren Township Committee and planning board members. But every time I try to submit them in any court that reside in New Jersey, my case got dismissed with a motion without even consideration of this evidence. So far, I have never got the chance to have this criminal evidence submitted before a jury, for the obvious reason that this evidence are inconvenient, criminal, and leading to punishment to some well-connected Republican politician in Warren and Somerset County, who have their own rule of law. Through my effort in fighting the injustice caused by this corrupt deed, I came to discover that most officers of the court in New Jersey are dishonest and corrupt. I have absolutely undeniable proof of a significant number of crimes committed by our local government, state judiciary officers, county government, and others. And yet, anyone whom I provide this mentioned criminal evidence to, such as DA, the various judges, and law enforcement personnel, simply cover up them while committing a crime of their own under Title 18 U.S.C. 4, misprision of felony. I report this evidence to almost every member of the Congress, to senators, to federal appellate court judges, to the President of the United States, to the United States Attorney, to the FBI, to the DA, and many others. But no one of them cared to support the integrity of the judiciary system and our constitutional rights by action on them. I have been doing everything that I could think of to expose the rampant corruption in our local government, state government. The fact that I am not the only one victim of judiciary corruption in New Jersey further proves and had up to my evidence in my New Jersey government corrupt cases, Gage versus Warren Township ETL, Gage versus Wells Fargo, and Somerset County Sheriff. The defendant in this case will say do anything to avoid prison and keep the public from finding out about their criminal activities, among which use a fraudulent bank to seize my home and reach their fraudulent goals. Again, it is absurd that all the people who I am provide this evidence to have willingly participated in a cover-up by committing the crime on our own in Title 18 U.S.C. 4. The federal crime reporting statute requires that any officer of the United States receive information and evidence of federal crime offered by anyone knowing of such crime must report them. Furthermore, the action of concealing of fraud up the court, obstruction of justice, perjury, generally under 18 COC 1621, a false statement under 18 U.S.C. 1001, committed by a judge involved in this matter are federal crimes. In my case, the names of the wrongful officer of the court and law enforcement personnel in New Jersey include the officers of the state of New Jersey who have sworn under Article 4, Paragraph 3, to protect and serve the people of New Jersey are too many to list. I am a pro se plaintiff in my cases, United States citizens who has great love and respect for our country, the United States of America. My case presents a legal issue of extraordinary national significance and contain question of first impression for which the United States Judiciary Committee guidance and input are necessary. This case challenges the legal significance of the duty of the judiciary system of the state of New Jersey towards the fellow residents and American citizens. Let's not forget among those citizens are many American soldiers who have suffered and served and suffered and bled and died to defend the freedom, liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness. For all the American people who believe and trust the rules of law, our land, and the integrity of our legal justice. The Constitution of the United States of America is the supreme law of the land. Federal court is the last resort of the state where the state judiciary officer action is being challenged as violative of the United States Constitution. Unfortunately, I am also being victim in the federal district court, where all my file cases, Gage vs. Warren Township LL, Gage vs. Wells Fargo and Somerset County Sheriff, Gage vs. Mr. Anderson, Gage vs. state judges, all of been assigned to the same judge who have so far denied me of my right to meaningful access to justice, to do access to have a fair hearing before a jury, deny me of a sufficient justice to receive a fair and just remedy for a violation of my rights by those corrupt officers that I am fighting against, and refuse to disqualify herself so that it can inflict more damage on me and my family. My family and I are victims of crime, a violation of a constitutional right committed by our local government with their illegal activity and corruptions. Whose duty is to help protect the right of U.S. citizens. It is the duty of the United States Court to be watchful and protect the constitutional rights of the citizens and to avoid any hostility and enrichment that violate these rights of the rights. The United States Judicial Committee in this case must protect the dignity and integrity of the judicial court system in the United States, as well as that of the state of New Jersey. It must serve the unprotected and powerless like me, a pro se plaintiff in this case, in the achieving of justice and preservation of human rights. I believe that greed and corruption is an enemy of we the people, for which it should not be accepted and allowed to prevail in any court that reside in the nation under God and laws. I also believe that the sacrifice of our many American soldiers who have served, suffered, bled, and died for the American people, freedom and liberty and justice for all, should never be diminished and allowed to be in vain. We should never forget how much our soldiers have loved and still love our country as they take on wars against our forgiven enemies, armies away from home. You must always remember that it is because of their service that we are allowed to enjoy freedom and liberty, justice for all. I know this firsthand since my son, U.S. Marine Corps Corporal, is one of the many soldiers that I just mentioned. He was deployed twice overseas in support of Operation Iraq Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom to defend and freedom and liberty and justice for all the people, domestic and foreign. Therefore, in my case, it is imperative of the United States Judiciary Committee to intervene and ensure that my son's service to our country is not undermined and insulted by the action of the disdain of our Constitution committed by the local government of Somerset County, New Jersey, where my family and I reside. With my case, I bring forth important national issue regarding the very trust in the rule of law of our land. As my own trust has been violated by state officers who, by warring against the Constitution, engage in the act of violation the supreme law of our land. Repeatedly keep failing to protect me and my family along with other U.S. citizens and residents of the state of New Jersey from corruption and domestic enemies. The integrity of the judicial system depends on the participation and act of performing their duty, honestly and without fear or reprisal. Encouraging the destruction of evidence in a sample of obstruction of justice, federal and state law makes it a crime to obstruct justice. Yet, as solid witness in my case, politicians are selling out our precious freedom from personal interest, corruption. In fact, a complete documentary, a tape, CD, DVD related to this corruption case has been provided to Trenton District Court as exhibit with the original complaint, since this except to provide evidence of a local government corruption, I intend to submit this evidence before a grand jury trial. This evidence are also available to whoever is interested to examine them. This evidence brings forth the criminal action surfaced during the legal proceeding of perjury, breach of trust, and act of dishonesty that were committed in the development of Sleepy Hollow, Warren, by some of the members of the committee and planning board of Warren Township, the state civil engineer, Sleepy Hollow, Warren, president of the state board of shorthand reporting, Wells Fargo Bank, county sheriff, and attorneys. It is of vital importance for the public interest that the United States Judiciary Committee restore the dignity and integrity of the judiciary system in our courts of law. We, the people, put trust in the court of law for protection of our constitutional rights. How can the people, especially the residents of Somerset County, trust the New Jersey judiciary system when it has allowed my criminal case to be dismissed by some state judges who have permitted obstruction of justice through court proceeding by my counterpart with their criminal action and interfering with the ordinary administration of justice? Once, it is fundamental that the United States Judiciary Committee restore the dignity and integrity of the judiciary system in New Jersey by ordering the U.S. Attorney General to take action under Title 28 U.S.C. 1361 to compel the appropriate officer of the United States to perform their duties. It is not my job to fight corruption, wherever it is my duty as an American citizen to report such an harmful illegal activity to higher authorities. I believe that my family has at least earned the due process of law. No court, no justice, no freedom.